Second thing is that today is a great day for Airtel. It's a great day for Airtel because we have unleashed, or we have unveiled, our refreshed purpose. Our refreshed purpose as Airtel, a reason to imagine. We say it's a reason to imagine because we have been able to actually put up the things you need for you to be able not to worry about how you're going to achieve your imagination. Go, dream big, and we will be able to work with you as a network. Before you knew us as a smartphone network, so we are changing that and actually going bigger because we are a purposeful brand, and our purpose is to empower every single Ugandan. So we are telling you, go imagine, go dream big, and then as Airtel, we're there to work with you and support you in achieving your dreams and wishes. No, we are doing that because technology is changing. That's number one. Technology is changing because it's no longer about smartphone anymore. Like, for example, you know that the other day we actually launched eSIM. You don't have to have a phone anymore. Connectivity is going to things like wearables. That's number one. Second thing is Airtel. We also need to grow and also live and also connect with the people who actually live in this continent and Uganda also in specific. We have a lot of young people, like I said in the presentation. About 78% of Ugandans are young, below the ages of 30. Then on top of that, the median age is 17 years. So those people are actually a captive audience for us to connect to. And right now, they are very much adopting technology and coming up with all sorts of ways to be able to reshape their future. And this reshaping of the future needs support. And that's why as a brand, as Airtel, we come to support that. And that's why we're saying this is very timely, yes. And I think I'll start with what we've done over the last period of time. You've seen us getting very much involved in actually harnessing that power of technology. The recent one being the just concluded Uganda Needs More of You campaign, where we were trying to get everyone to just come and bring out what imagination they have, and we're able to do that. Second thing, we are right now running The Voice, where we took 7 Ugandans for an international competition, covering 14 countries all the way to Nigeria. And we are glad that there's still some people who are participating in this from Uganda. So that's how we are actually bringing and growing the platform for Ugandans, for them to be able to achieve their dreams. So just imagine it. Airtel is there to work with you. You see, number one is that the biggest sponsor for the film festival is basically ourselves. And I think soon the film festival is actually coming up in about 2 weeks' time. You'll actually see us there. That's number one. And then right now there's a road shows going around still on the film festival to actually push that. Second thing also, we have Airtel TV. If you look at Airtel TV is one of the icons on their self-care app, which is the My Airtel app. There we are going to actually add more local content. Actually, majority of the content that is consumed is local. So in that content, the people who actually create that content actually make some money out of it, and we're actually been able to broadcast their content to whoever has a mobile phone. So there are several things that we actually do to actually ensure that the arts and any other aspirations that the youth may have, we are plugging into that. On top of that, sports as well. Of course, you know we are big in sports. Thank you. You see, the technology for us is a platform. Whether it's 4G, whether it's 5G, whether it's, for example, the eSIM platform we launched the other day, all these are meant to be platforms for people to be able to connect and empower themselves. So for us, as we announced the other day that we are 5G ready, and like I said, that will be coming up. 4G, we are in all the countries, all over the country. Like we said, in all our sites. That's number one. That's the other one. And then eSIM, as long as you have a phone which is eSIM capable, you just go to our shops. It's free of charge. So yes, all these technologies are there for you to be able to imagine whatever you want, and we'll be able to work with you. Remember, for you to be able to achieve your wildest imagination, you don't have to actually go to the internet. Some people, right now, we know that a lot of Ugandans don't have a smartphone. Yes, we are trying to ensure that they have, and they can go to any of our shops, they can be able to get a smartphone, even pay in installments. But at the same time as well, even with your phone, you can be able to connect to the world, remember. That phone can actually be able to send an SMS, can be able to make a call. You can be able to talk to somebody about anything. It does not matter whether in Najumani, you can talk to somebody in Kampala. And that's how you connect. So like, for example, the example which was being given for the guy who was selling gumboots during the last event, he just made a call. He didn't need a smartphone. He just made a call. And then also remember, all our platforms, like mobile money, all of them are available on USSD platform. So it does not matter whether you have a smartphone, you are actually invited to imagine, and Airtel will work with you.
So as Airtel, we have actually stood for more than just functional things. And this is one of the things we want to bring light by this campaign. Our objective and our purpose as a company is to empower Ugandans, to empower Africans in all the 14 countries that we operate. So every single one of the employees here, and you'll actually be introduced to some of the EC members, that is what makes us wake up every single day. And let's talk about this customer. African population by 2015 is supposed to actually grow 3 times to about 1.3 billion. If you look at Ugandan numbers, by 2050, there will be 110 million Ugandans. That's how big the market is. Africa has the largest potential of customers in the world. And if you look at those customers, 60% of African population is below 25 years old. So if I look around, if you're not in college, it means you're old. So if you look around, yes, that's what it means. And to make it even more juicier, 42% of all the youth in the world will be in Africa. And if you look at Uganda, our lovely pearl of Africa, if you look at Uganda, Ugandan statistics are even more exciting. I would say exciting for any person who's doing business, any person who lives here. Number one, 50 million street smart Ugandans. We did a campaign last time for Eugene Needs More of You. You should see the kind of, what I call the kind of ideas, the kind of imaginations that come from these young people. Then 16 is the median age. Just imagine the median age of Uganda is 16, 15.7 to be precise, which means somebody is in grade what? Grade 16, what grade? Those people with many, exactly. That is a median age. And fastest growing population growth in actually Africa. 3.22 to be precise. So it's actually quite exciting statistics. And if I look now, according to UBOS, 78% of the population is below the ages of 30. So I think here, they don't count you guys. So that's where we are. So these young people have lived through every single growth and rise in mobile penetration. They have actually lived through, they have embraced technology. And they have embraced this technology because the networks, they have actually seen it through, and they are actually eager to actually embrace this technology. And on top of that, they are no longer being passive. They are taking an active role in reshaping their future. If you look at, for example, we did some interviews sometimes back for graduate management trainees. Out of everyone who was looking for a job, all of them had a side hustle. Somebody was making soap. Somebody had a salon. Every single person is trying to use technology to actually empower themselves. And as Airtel, we were left to imagine, what can we do to ensure that these young people are able to actually harness the technology to be able to live and achieve their imagination. What we imagined, what Airtel needs to do for them to be able to achieve their dreams. And at the same time as well, these guys are not ready, or they are not satisfied with the status quo. They want to reshape their future. So as Airtel, what are some of these things that we need to do to ensure that we are there when they're imagining and ensuring that we can be able to achieve their dreams? And we went through we went to our office and checked the youngest people and try and get what they think about this imagination. And this is what they had to say.
What's the first thing you do in the morning? Anybody? You check your phone.
Check WhatsApp.
Check WhatsApp. Research has it that human beings now on a daily basis check their phone how many times? Shout it out. A day. Over 300 times a day, I'm checking out my phone. Mm-hmm. Now, the question is, with life having changed and now phones are such an integrated part of our lives, Henry, I'd like to invite to the podium somebody else who actually happens to be another old timer like myself. gentlemen, Dr. Mike.
Hello. This is possibly the most difficult task to close the session. I have to thank our invited guests, Airtel staff present, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening to all of you. Thank you all for coming to be with us today. This day we have set aside to share with you the next phase of transforming lives in Uganda. Over the past few years, we have kept our promise of being the first and the best to deliver 100% 4G across the country, innovative products and services in voice, data and financial services without differentiation. I just want to name a few of these. We were the first to bring 100% 4G to Uganda. We are the first to test 5G. Our network is fully 5G ready. We are just waiting for spectrum. We launched eSIM last week. And I would request all of you to convert your physical SIM to eSIM. It's an excellent experience. You can just visit our stores. They will help you convert your existing physical SIM to eSIM. And next week we will launch one more big innovation. And it's going to be the first in Uganda again. So we want to be the first. Also, we want to be the best. I would also like to point out here, we launched an insurance product, exceedingly good insurance product for Ugandans. And we have launched savings bank, fixed deposit. So we have got all the products that a telco and a fintech has to offer to our customers. Last year, we launched a campaign called Uganda Needs More of You. Right through COVID, we found that there are a lot of people who made a difference to society and made a life for themselves using the smartphone. So we had invited entries to tell people the stories of their success. We had 65,000 entries. A panel of judges judged these entries and we awarded the top 3 innovations, the best prizes. That actually showed the spirit of Uganda, and to tell you, our entries from outside Kampala were more than in Kampala. That shows the smartphone and a digital and financial inclusion, how much of a difference it's making to Uganda. Yeah, you can clap. Today, Uganda's population profile is youthful, entrepreneurial, and hungry for solutions to contemporary problems. I also want to mention here, last week, in collaboration with UNCDF, we launched an open API wherein entrepreneurs can connect directly to our network and which will help them in financial inclusion faster. So the Open API was launched with United Nations Capital Development Fund last week. The youth today is actually, their imagination is profoundly displayed in the enterprising work that they're doing in growing creative industry, ICT, arts, sports, and even agriculture. The youthful customer now needs more than functional products and services. They need a long-term supportive partner. Airtel Uganda is that reason for them to imagine all these possibilities. We shall be approaching our solution developments, partnerships and investments with the imagination and energy of the youth. We shall be dedicating our technical and financial resources to solving contemporary challenges through the imaginative prism of the youth. Airtel Uganda's commitment on this journey is to continuously grow partnerships with all of you here tonight, partnerships that grow access to affordable digital and financial inclusion. And that partnership should invest in reduction of inequality in access to education, health, and making agriculture deliver more value for the many Ugandans who strive for that. Please join us on this journey. And once more, thank you. Enjoy the evening with a youthful flair. Thank you all.